guys, welcome to a new video. Tonight we're at Coles County Speedway in Mattoon, Illinois to race with the HART Outlaw Non-Wing series. We've run with the HART Series probably 8 or 10 times this year, so they always get a pretty good field of Outlaw Non-Wing cars, and typically it's a good night if we can finish top 10 with them. They are a little bit down on the car count tonight. I think they only have 13 right now, so maybe we could sneak into the top 5 tonight, hopefully. But it should be a good night of racing anyway. There's some really good cars here, so we're looking forward to that. And then we're also going to be running the stock non-wing class as well, so should be a good night of racing here. I probably won't take you guys up and show you the track. We've been to this track here before this year, so hopefully you guys have seen those videos, and if not, I'll try to remember to link them down below. But yeah, hope you guys are ready for a night of racing here at Coles County. This is a pretty good track for us. I think we've won here 4 times before, given the car counts haven't been super good. But 4 wins here before, and then a couple good runs with the Outlaw Non-Wing guys. So looking forward to a good night, and hopefully we can get out of here with some pretty decent results. Sorry I wasn't able to let you guys know where we're starting in those heat races, but they went pretty well for us. We started 4th in the stock non-wing heat race. Track wasn't quite wide enough for us in that one. I tried to work the second groove, but it just hadn't widened out enough yet, and I wasn't able to move forward too much, but made it to 3rd anyway. There's only 4 cars in the class, so we'll start 3rd in that one. Outlaw Non-Wing went really well for us. We ended up starting 6th after one of the cars dropped out, and was working the top early and got into the right rear of Alex Midkiff, and was lucky I didn't go for a wild ride right there, because I definitely thought I was there for a split second. So set it back down, lost a couple positions doing that, but got it put back down, and then got a little bit more comfortable with it and went back to the top, and was able to pick off a few cars up to 3rd. So battling with some pretty decent cars in that one, and made our way forward, so I'm pretty happy with that one. So we were in the redraw for the HART Outlaw Non-Wing race. They redraw top 6, we drew a 4, so we'll start 4th in the Outlaw Non-Wing feature. Track's gotten a little bit wider now, as it did through the Outlaw Non-Wing races, so I think we'll have a pretty racy product here going into the features. Track is very rough. It's been rough a lot of times that we've been here. This maybe isn't the roughest we've seen it, but it does have some waves getting into the corner, especially into turn 3, which is typically where it starts to form up. So got to be disciplined about that. Try to drive it straight through those bumps, but still made good time, it felt like. So I think we'll be pretty good in the heat race, or in the feature races. With the track being so rough, and it has been rough about every time we've been here, it's very, very difficult for me to get a handling on what gear I need to run. We've fluctuated between like a 1352 to a 1349, and we're at a 1350 right now. Being rough makes it so tough, because I can't really tell if my high RPM on the tack is spinning the tires through the rough stuff when it unloads the rear axle, or if it's actually getting to that high RPM. But like, for instance, in one of those heat races I had a 16.6, which is right about where we want to be. We want to be between a 16.5 and a 16.7. But in the very next race, most of them were down in the 15s, and I even had one that was a 14.8. So we've struggled with the gear here, and we're still figuring out after as many trips as we've been here, which usually we would have a good bearing at a track the first time we go to it. So we're still figuring that out. We're probably just going to run the 1350 that's on it for features, but then I'll definitely put in my notes that I need to try something a little bit different the next time we come back. So hopefully I can learn a little bit more in these feature races, and hopefully we get a couple good results right here. really good night for us here at Coles County Speedway. Ran second most of the race in that stock non-wing feature, and just got kind of lucky right there. I worked the outside of the guy in front of me most of the race and just never could quite get up alongside him. We went into turn 2 and he got a little bit free and spun himself out. I didn't think I had touched him and like gotten him out of shape or anything like that, but I talked to him after the race and he didn't feel like that either. So obviously glad I didn't have any part in that, but then we were able to go pick up the win in that one. Only 4 cars in it, but still nice to end out on top in a class, at least for another time this year. It's been a tough year, so it's the little victories this year that are big for us, so appreciative of that. And then we went out for Outlaw Non-Wing, started 4th and slipped back early. I don't remember if I had to check up or if I got up above the cushion or what I did, but dropped back to 6th relatively early, and then I was able to eventually make my way back up to 5th, actually battling with the same guy from the stock non-wing race. So we definitely had some good racing here tonight, and to end up with a win in stock non-wing and 5th in the Outlaw non-wing is something to be proud of. Track was a little bit rough, but by the end of the night we kind of figured it out, and I was able to keep the car pretty under control going into turn 3 and keep the car settled down. So a little bit of rough spots on the track isn't always such a bad thing. A lot of times it just means you got to be up on the wheel and be a little bit more disciplined in your driving. So happy about that. And tomorrow night we're headed to Circuit City Speedway in Peru, Indiana for a Saturday night of racing. But a really good night here at Coles County, and hopefully we can build off it tonight and go see what we can do in Indiana. As always, I have to give a big thanks to all of my partners: Nathan Benson Motorsports, G-Force Chassis, Porter Steel Buildings, DDI Fabrication, Sure-Built Suspensions, AFD Graphics, and Advantech Dyno Service for all that they do to help us out and help us stay on the road and be competitive at these events. So thanks to all of them for everything that they do. Thanks to all of you guys for following along with the channel. Thanks for watching this video. If you are new here and you really liked it, you can click the subscribe button to see more of my content. Thanks to all of you guys for following along with this one, and I'll see you tomorrow night for Circuit City.